huge craft that was actually turning, and then these lights were coming towards me, and as it come towards me and it took shape, it was a triangle, a big huge triangle with the lights all the way around the edge, and it went over my flat, and it ended up me out of my flat window with my mobile phone trying to get a photograph of the thing.
Were the lights just along the sides or were they on the corners? Just
I'd say no more than 8 on each side.
right, okay.
I think there were fewer on the back side of it. And there was one red one in the centre.
One red one in the centre.
Yeah.
And
3 white lights with a red flashing light. But what struck me most, when it seemed to be still, it seemed to be completely still. It was like maybe 4 to 5 hours right, if you get me. But what I noticed is it was sort of rotating like that. That's why these lights looked like they were going into each other, but they weren't, because it was like a solid object.
I looked up first and I saw this massive, great big black triangle sitting in there, and it wasn't. It seemed to be absorbing the light. You could see it against the light pollution. This thing, the size of it is massive, like a great big football.
so it was blacker than the surrounding
It
sky.
was blacker than the sky.
Right.
That's how we could see it.
And give me an estimate of size, Dean.
Well, it must have been like bigger than a football field.
It must have been at least a football field in size. It was huge. The height, I think, was about 3 or 4 houses high,
Right.
heading towards north-northwest from south-southeast.
Right.
And then it kind of moved backwards towards me, if you know what I mean. But like really slow and smooth, and that's why I knew that's not an aeroplane, if you know what I mean. It was like really slow and smooth, like backwards like that, and then it moved forwards like that way, and then it sort of just did that a few times, and then just headed off.
Right.
But there was no sound at all. That's what was weird.
The craft was going like that
Right.
and turning round. Eventually those lights on the back disappeared, and I could just see it like a cluster of lights, and the cluster of lights were moving, and then they all started coming towards me like that, and as it got closer and started going above, I could see then it was a triangle.
It was absolutely massive, this thing. It had a white point of light. At each point there was a white piercing light, and in the centre was a small cluster of red and orange, like honeycomb arrangement of lights at the centre, just sitting there. I didn't see it move.
Nothing holding it up.
Nothing holding it up. I was looking. Yeah, I didn't.
Did you hear any noise from it?
No, I mean, if there was a noise, I probably couldn't hear it because of the engine.
1 o'clock in the morning, I took the dog out into the garden for his last roll around,